الله وبركاته. This is Aya with a summary of events in Damascus and its countryside for Friday the 6th of September 2013 from the Capital Pulsation News Team. The numbers of martyrs in Syria has risen to 36, among them 2 ladies, 5 children, 2 prisoners killed because of torture, and 8 in Damascus and its countryside. Today there were many demonstrations in several cities of the Damascene countryside under the slogan, "The chemical weapon isn't the only weapon Al-Assad is using to kill our children." Starting from Al-Qابون district, which was heavily shelled since the early morning by the heavy artillery, causing fires in many houses. Additionally, in برزة district, many houses were burned because of the daily shelling. Also, Al-Assad forces burned the citizens' houses near the scientific research center there. As for the southern area, the Assad forces aggressively shelled the Madniya area in Al-Asali neighborhood during the Jum'ah prayer. Besides, a man was killed and many others were wounded because of the missile attack over Al-Hajar al-Aswad district. In addition, a mortar fell near the police station. Furthermore, a big explosion sound was heard in the eastern village of Mazza. Consequently, heavy smoke rose in the area and the checkpoint of the reserve bakeries mobilized. Regarding the security forces attacks and spread, the Assad security forces attacked Qabr Atke district, arresting a young man. Moreover, another young man was arrested too in Al-Thuraya mosque in Al-Midan during the Jum'ah ceremony. Also, the popular committees of Al-Zahira neighborhood, stationed in the market near Al-Rida mosque, occupied the basement and built barricades to prevent the cars from parking near the center. Again, in Massakin Barza, the Assad security forces attacked a building in Al-Hakim street and arrested a young man from the area. Also, they arrested many men while they were leaving Al-Iman mosque in Al-Mazra'a district after Al-Jum'ah prayer. Besides, the Medan, Al-Mazza, Al-Salhiyya and Massakin Barza neighborhood witnessed wide security spread and the roaming of the Assad forces in the streets there. Moving to the countryside, to the eastern Ghouta, where the Malka city was aggressively attacked by missiles and the heavy mortars, targeting the mosques, injuring many citizens and spreading panic in the area. In the same way, Al-Nashabiyya town was aggressively shelled, as well as the shelling of Deir Sleiman and Al-Bilaliyya towns in Al-Marj area. Besides, a missile fell over Irene's church, causing a big fire there. As for the western Ghouta, Mu'addamiyat Sham was heavily and maniacally attacked since the early morning by the heavy artillery and ground-to-ground missiles coming from the Fourth Force mountains, causing mass destruction of the residential areas. Meanwhile, there was a big explosion in Damascus al-Qunaitira highway that caused the rise of heavy smoke in the area. Furthermore, the shelling of the refugees areas in Al-Zabadani continued along with the intensive firing of the missiles targeting the eastern mountain of the city, as well as shelling Bluidan city with all kinds of heavy weapons. Similarly, the area was attacked by the heavy artillery and the missiles, specifically its southern and eastern areas. Last news is about the peaceful movements and demonstrations. Today, there were many demonstrations in Damascus and its countryside, like in Al-Asali neighborhood where the remaining residents demonstrated, expressing their opinions about the supposed American strike. In the same way, the remaining people of Kafar Batna demonstrated after Al-Jum'ah prayer. In Saqba, there was a demonstration too during the funeral of a man. Also, there were several demonstrations in Juma and Arbi. Thank you for listening and have a good night.